Hi, I want to talk about permadeath today. So in Book of Travels, if you die, that's it. It's permanent. You cannot return. And there are few games nowadays that have permadeath. There are not many. Okay, there are some, but it's rare. I think in the past there were more, but to be honest, I don't know. Maybe there are more nowadays. But it's very divisive. Some people like it, some people hate it. And it's an MMO, which means that if you keep, I don't know, you put many hours, like 40 hours of gameplay, and then you lose your character. And right now in the game there are many bugs, so you can die because of a bug. And if you die 3 times, if you lose all of your life battles in the game, that's it. The game ends for you. But I want to defend permadeath. I think permadeath can be quite nice. Well, I think it depends from game to game, of course. But I don't think it should be that easy, you know? I think that the permadeath can be quite interesting for a game. Now, the first thing is that, like, Book of Travels, it's a very relaxing game. And that's what some people are saying. If it was a more action-packed game, then maybe there could be permadeath. But I think that's when there would be a problem. If it was action-packed, you would die so many times. In Book of Travels, the idea is that you're not gonna die. But you can die. It might happen. Now, it's there as an opposite. So there is a spectrum. So there is the feeling of comfort and safety. And also the feeling of danger. There is to have one need the other. Everything, there's this philosopher Bruno Latour. He talked that everything in existence, there are relations. There's no such thing as cold without hot. So there's no such thing as comfort and protection without danger. And this is very important. Because to give this feeling of coziness, you know, if you're so cozy, if you're so delicious to be playing, you know, Book of Travels in that delicious city, just bartering your trading and doing these things, it is good precisely because there is danger. There is only light if there's darkness and all of this. So I think it's really important that there is death in the game. And it's not easy to die. You need to lose your 3 life petals. And there are ways to recover life petals. There is a not spell in the game that you can give to another player life petal. There is a T behind a tree in the city of Mir. And also there is the guardian in the temple guardian in Batsaha. I think he only gives once. But still, there are ways to recover. And if you avoid combat, then it's very easy not to lose it. But it might happen. You might end up losing. And it has happened to me. I have a character and it's not really about combat, my character. And I have lost 1 life battle, but that's okay, you know? That's the good thing. I have experienced danger in the game. And now the feeling of comfort is even higher. Now you could say that like a game doesn't need that. We have in real life, we have danger in real life. And when I play a game that it's all protected, that there's no danger, I have this feeling of protection because in real life I have the feeling of danger. So I play the game to transport myself to that. Yeah, I understand that. I really understand that. But at the same time, I think the game can provide a more rich experience if there is darkness also inside the game. I can understand a game not having that and being an escapism, but I think my opinion, it gives the comfort more comfort. The light becomes brighter when there is darkness. That's how I feel. And also when you die in Book of Travels, you become a ghost. Now, there is some very interesting things, and this is... Oh, I really wish Might and the Light could do something more about this. It would be so nice. When you become a ghost, you can do some stuff. You can haunt the world. But it's not really... There's not much for you to do. And I can understand, because otherwise it would not be permadeath or stuff like this. However, there are many ghosts in the game. The game is very mystical. So I really think that there should be more gameplay as a ghost. What I think is that maybe there could be some quests. Now, quests in Book of Travels, they're very different. There is no, like, the quest doesn't indicate clearly where you should go. But you're just talking and kind of the quest is like half in the game, half in your mind. So imagine that there is a quest where you're helping a family and they have a message for their daughter, that they lost their daughter. And imagine that you can only actually send that message if you become a ghost and you go to a far area which you can only access as a ghost and you tell her. That would be the end of that quest, but you can only reach it as a ghost. And there could be so many other things to play as a ghost. Maybe it can be something to do as a ghost. And then there could be somehow some form to resurrect a player. Maybe it would require other players to do something very hard, and if you get resurrected, it should cost a lot. And maybe you can only get resurrected once, I don't know, like Dragon Ball, that they put the Dragon Balls and they make the desire to be only once, but Goku is always returning to life. Or maybe, and this is what I think is more interesting, it would be very difficult to do the ritual to make a ghost become, have a body, become human again, but it can become, and once it's human, it has kind of a timer. And you need to drink some tea to keep in your human form, in your flesh form. If you don't drink the tea, that's it, you become a ghost again. And it's really hard to become human, flesh again. Oh, that would be really nice, because that would allow some things, that would allow the ghost not to disappear completely. Now, I don't know how they would do about the equipment and backpack and these things as a ghost, but that's another thing. But there could be some things. Maybe you can only keep, like, I don't know, 5 items, for instance, something like this. And also, there could be a not spell that makes you become a ghost for a period of time and to do these ghost things. So I think there is a lot to explore using the concept of permadeath. I think the game should definitely keep it. And actually, I think it should be the Western Wind who should have a spell for becoming a ghost for a while. And maybe there could be a form of spell which would require all 4 winds together. It's like a group spell, something like this, to revert or to do something like this. But anyway, one could say that, like, oh, then it's not permadeath anymore, it's a different kind of action. Yeah, maybe, but anyway, I'm just dreaming here what could be done in the game. I don't think that the gameplay as it goes should be as amazing as a person, but still, there can be so many amazing things with that. I don't know, I'm just hallucinating here. So I think permadeath should stay. Really think permadeath should stay. I think it's really important for the game. Well, and that's it. That was just one more idea, again, breaking character. But yeah, every now and then I would just record my ideas and just upload them to the wind. I don't know if anyone will hear them. But that's it, right? We never know if we are alone or not, right?